Hi, welcome to this edition of 10 at 10, where we look at 10 topics in education technology and try to get through that in 10 minutes so you don't get bored. So 10 topics, 10 minutes. If we run out of time, we just turn it off. So we're not going to run out of time. Today, we're going to look at the 10 places to get professional development online for free. That's the operative word, for free. You know, back in the old days, one of the big deals was you had to wait for professional development to come to you. You had to wait for somebody to show up at your campus to do professional development. You had to go to a conference. Those days are over. You can actually go find your own professional development, learn what you need to learn, start using it in your class. So I'm going to show you 10 really great sites to get professional development for free. So my first favorite site is iTunes U. This is available on your PC or your Mac or your iPad or your iPhone. It's courses that are available from all over the world, from universities, from state departments of education. If you click on it, it looks like this. You can do a search. I like to do a search is type in education. There's thousands and thousands of topics come up. You can learn reading strategies, you can learn science strategies, anything that you could possibly think of in education will show up in iTunes U. So to get to iTunes U, you just go to that website, apple.com/education/iPad iTunes U. That actually will show you how to even create your own courses in iTunes U for other people. So if you're actually doing professional development, you can create a course in iTunes U and put it up for others to share. My next favorite site is Project Share. Project Share has professional development from the state of Texas that's available to everybody for free. So for instance, some of our more experienced teachers might remember the Intel Teach to the Future classes. Those are all now online. They're no longer facilitated by somebody. They're all online in Project Share. So you can get CPE credit taking those courses. Everything that TEA puts out for professional development shows up on iTunes U. So if you need to know about TEKS or STAR strategies or technology strategies, all you got to do is go to Project Share, find the professional development courses that are available for Texas educators for free. Everybody in EPISD is loaded into Project Share. You've already got an account. So my next favorite site is Classroom 2.0. Classroom 2.0 is a website that was started about 10 years ago by this guy named Steve Hargadon. And Classroom 2.0 is an amazing site. There's literally 100,000 teachers that are up on Classroom 2.0 sharing experiences, sharing all of their professional development opportunities. And one of the really neat things about Classroom 2.0 is that they have lots and lots of the thought leaders in education are up there doing interviews, putting out their thoughts. You can actually find lots of really good professional development on there. Interviews with some of those big name education leaders that you've heard of, chances are they've got an interview with them on Classroom 2.0. All you got to do is go to classroom20.com. They left off the 2.0 because of the, don't have too many dots in it. So http classroom20.com, and that'll get you to Classroom 2.0. My next favorite site is podcasts. There are hundreds and hundreds of thousands of podcasts available out there on all types of topics. It's kind of like iTunes U. There's just lots of them. So all you got to do is go download a podcast app or Google Podcasts and find all different kinds. Here, for instance, is what podcasts look like in your iPad. All you got to do is type in education. Then all the podcasts that have to do with any kind of education show up. So again, if you're looking for reading strategies, science strategies, bilingual ed strategies, chances are there's some kind of podcast somebody's doing somewhere that you can learn from. You can listen to them. What I like to do is get a podcast, load it onto my phone, plug it into my car, listen to them while I'm driving back and forth from work. Those are really great ideas. It's a lot better than just listening to idle noise on the radio. You can actually learn something while you're stuck in traffic. So that's podcasts. My next favorite site is finding a blog. There's hundreds and hundreds of, well, literally thousands of blog sites that are out there. And if you're not reading other people's blogs, you need to be reading them. There's lots of educators out there that are sharing all their information. Doesn't matter what the type of educator they are, they've got something to share. If you're interested in English language arts, if you're interested in history, if you're interested, whatever, there's a blog by some teacher out there that's sharing information. great place to start looking is the EduBlog Awards. Every year, the top blogs in education are given awards. They're nominated, they're given awards. If you go to the EduBlog Awards website, that's a great place to begin your search for blogs because they're broken down by category, they're broken down by how they're done, whether they're group blogs or they're high school blogs or elementary blogs, even blogs by other classes. So EduBlog Awards, great place to go to start your blog search. Here's the website to go to it, edublogawards.com. You just go to that and it'll show you all the cool blogs that are out there, and that's just a tip of the iceberg for the education blogs that are available. All right. My next favorite place to get professional development is Twitter. Now you might think, Twitter? What? How can you do professional development on Twitter? That's just a bunch of people just typing in 140 characters at a time. But there's some really cool things on Twitter that you may not be aware of. For instance, most people that go to those big conferences are just wandering around, but there's a group in each one of these conferences that actually are tweeting what's going on at the conference. So if you couldn't make it to an ASCD conference, you couldn't make it to TCEA, you couldn't make it to the Science Teachers Conference, that's okay, because what you can do is you can follow the Twitter hashtags and see what's going on, because people are sharing what's going on at those conferences. All you got to do is find the hashtag and follow the conference. And so you missed a conference, it's okay, follow it on Twitter. You can actually do a search. So say for instance you were wanting to go to TCEA this year, you didn't quite make it, so you could type in TCEA 14, because it's 2014, and every single tweet that had to do with 2014 TCEA will show up. You can actually follow it. People love to share. They're putting links to people's presentations, they're putting links to the handouts. That's a great place to find professional development on Twitter. Don't follow the junk on Twitter, follow the good stuff, follow the educational stuff on Twitter. All right, the next one that I love to do is follow my professional learning network. I've got a great professional learning network. It's all over the world. You need to develop yours because they're going to tell you some of the great opportunities that are available. If you got friends in New York, or California, Kansas, other parts of Texas, that's okay. They're going to be telling you what's going on in their little corner of the world. They're part of your professional learning network, and you can learn from them. Ask them questions. Say, hey, do you know a good place to learn reading strategies? And they'll send you to a place. It's really great to watch and have those people show up and be part of your network. All right, running out of time. This is a great place called Modern Lessons. Modern Lessons is a website that allows you to learn technology. The people put up lessons, and then all you got to do is watch them. So if you're interested, for instance, in having your students make infographics, Modern Lessons is a place to go. If you're interested in doing bring your own device, Modern Lessons is a place to go. You don't know how to blog? Modern Lessons has a lesson on how to do it. Modern Lessons is a great place to do really great professional development, and they're short. That's the best part about it. Right, my next place that I love to go to is edX. edX is kind of like iTunes U. There's lots of really neat online courses. Most of them are from university settings, so those will be more for our high school students. But if you're taking some master's degree courses, edX is a great place to get some additional information. Plus, why not just learn astronomy on your own? Everybody knows about TED Talks, but if you don't know, if you're one of those few people that don't know about TED Talks, you need to know about TED Talks because there's this whole group of TED Talks that are just for education. So if you do TED Talks education, you get to see really cool guys like Ken Robinson that we just zoomed by. Type in ed.ted.com. That's a great place to get the TED Talks for education. I think that's the 10 websites to get professional development online for free. What's holding you back? You need to be doing it. See you next time on 10 at 10.